Hi guys, my name is Natalie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin and what's actually going on right now. We are having our higher lows right here and we just might push to the upside and we might just break this zone right. But I also want to talk about this Fibonacci level that we do have here and why the market came back down and what I actually was looking for in this zone. Continue watching this video and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm thinking. We're going straight into Ethereum in the beginning, and we can see that the market is breaking to the upside, and right now we are at the resistance around the 33.25 price around here, and we have a resistance. This means that the market has been pushing to the upside a couple of times, but it never really could never break this resistance that we had, the level. But right now we can actually see that we have a very huge candle pushing to the upside, and we could also see on the higher time frames that we do have our higher lows right here. The market did push to the upside, so higher low, and a higher low. This is market structure because the market is moving it to the upside, and this high is higher than this previous high. That's why it's called a higher low, because it's higher than the previous low. And right now we are breaking, or we'll see what's going to happen, but right now we are at the resistance level. What we have to wait and see around here, we're not going to buy anything right now because the market is too far up. What we need to do is go down to the lower time frames and see if the market comes back down a little bit for us to have a better price for us to buy the market. And then if the market is breaking to the upside, we are going to be in some very good profits. And if we're going to the lower time frames to see what happened, we did have this Fibonacci level around. Let's see how it looks on the higher time frame. So I took a Fibonacci from this low right here, and this is at the 30.93 price, and I took it to the highest point right here, and that was the 32.76 price that we did have here. What I expected the market to do was for it to come back down to this Fibonacci level where it is the 50 and 61% that I'm using for my zones where I want the market to come to. So the market came back down here, and you could see on the lower time frames, and this is what I was talking about also on Bitcoin. I wanted the market to come into this zone, this 50 and 61% zone on the Fibonacci, and I wanted to see that it slowly broke to the upside, and it actually did. And can you see how perfect this is? I mean, this is so fantastic. Every time I look at this and every time I'm using the Fibonacci, it's making me just so happy. Now what we are waiting for, as I told you, that this is such a huge candle to the upside, and this is very good. But what we have to do right now, we have to wait for the market to pull back, because if we are buying at this where the candle is right now at the 33.17 price, if the market decides right now to reject this area, reject this price right here, and the market will do its pullback, if we're buying at the highest point, we're going to be in such drawdown that if you want to buy, you want to buy at the lowest point at the pullback that the market is giving us. We're never trading, we're never putting a buy order at the highest point of where the market is. The market needs to come up, just like this is a good example. So market needs to come back up, retrace, do its pullback, and when we're seeing that the pullback can be done, that's when we're looking for our buy opportunities. And when the market is spiking up to the upside like this, sometimes the market usually just continues to the upside, and what we can do at that point is that we're using the lower time frames. You can see on the lower time frames that we are doing our pullbacks also, because you have a huge spike to the upside, came back down. And what did the market do? Gave us a bearish candle, closed just above this previous high that we had at the 32.59 price. The market came back down, retested that, and then it continued to spike to the upside. So this is just a breakout retest on the lower time frames. What we have to do right now is that we have to wait to see if the market will react to this price and goes back down a little bit for its pullback, or if the market just continues up, break this resistance that I was talking about earlier. If it breaks that one, we need the market to come back down to this resistance that we do have to see if the market will retest this zone that we're having right here. So that's what we have to wait and do right now. If we break into the upside, the next target that we will have is around here. So if we're having a clear break to the upside and a retest, if you want to trade for the long term, you can definitely have your target around here. So entry around here, target to this previous high that we did have. Let's continue to Bitcoin and see what it gave us. This is why I love trading, and this is why I love analyzing the market, because even if it takes some time, because we were around here, we were around here, I think, when I did draw this one. Can you see how Bitcoin actually did what I predicted it to do? Even if the market came back up, so if the market came back up like this, well, when I just have to wait for the market to come back down again and retest this area, because that was something that I was talking about. I was talking about that I wanted the market to come down to this Fibonacci level that I'm having on the higher time frames. And also, as I told you on Ethereum, I took my Fibonacci from the low, and you see all of these wicks right here. The wicks are where the market has been at one point during these 4 hours, but the market closed around here. That's why we're looking at the wicks, because it shows you rejections. What I did around here too, I also took the Fibonacci level, so I took it from the 46,820 area. Well, I wanted to take it from the lowest point, so we can do it like this. So this is the lowest point, and I'm taking it to the body. I took the Fibonacci from the body from the lowest point to the highest point right here, and that's price 49.1113, around that area. I wanted the market to come down to the Fibonacci level that I'm having here, and I also used the 1561% where I want the market to retrace back to. And I told you, if I see on the lower time frames that the market does come back down here, you have to retest this area, come back down here. We could also have a sell order around here, and we had our target on the Fibonacci levels, because this is where I did expect the market to come back down here. So the only thing that I'm doing is that when I'm having my entry around here, so what I'm looking for, so what I told you, as I told you, I was looking for the market to come down to this Fibonacci level, the 1561%. And then I wanted to see the market break to the upside. And what did the market do? It did break to the upside. And this is so perfect. This is so perfect. You can also say that this is a morning star. Like, even if you have a couple of wicks around here, but can still consider that as a one. When it shows reversal patterns around this area, we are at a previous resistance and now turning into support. So what do we want to do at that point? We want to buy as low as possible. So if we did have a buy limit order, that means I'm having an order here, and the order will only start if the market comes back down, spike through it, and then comes up. That's when my order will be active. Market also, the market broke to the downside, came back up, came back down, and retested the 61%. And the 61% were at the 47716 price. I have the higher time frames on the left side, and I have the lower time frames on the right side, because I want to use them both at the same time, and so I can see what's happening on the high time frames and also watching the lower time frames, how the candlestick patterns or how the market structure are building up for a bigger candle or pattern on the left side. So I always combine these two together to make sure that I do understand what's happening. We can see on the higher time frames that we came back down to the support, retested it, spiked up to the upside, and the next target that we will have right now, we have to wait and see if the market will break this resistance and turning it into a new support, or if the market will come back up, retest this area, and then continues back down again. And after that, we just have to wait and see if the market's gonna do patterns. But the market is still doing its higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. But we're also retesting this zone right here, and this I'm still having now 49,084 price. This is where the market has been before as a previous support, and what we are doing right now is that we are retesting that low. So what we have to wait and see if this is going to turn into a resistance and continues a little bit more further down. That's something that we have to wait and see. But until then, if you're just watching the market and what it's actually doing, we had a huge candle to the upside. Market came back down, retested this resistance that we did have, came down to the Fibonacci level that I was having on the higher time frames. I took it from the low 46687 to the high, that's 49060. The market came back down, did its pullback. Market came back down to the Fibonacci level, broke the downtrend, and now it continues to the upside. But what we have to wait for right now is to see if the market's going to break this zone right here that I was talking about, and then also as Ethereum, breakout, retest, continue to the upside. Why? Because we never want to buy as high as possible. We want to buy as low as possible, because if you are buying at just because you see the market is going up and you're buying here because you think the market will continue to the upside, it can do that, but you're putting your account at risk 100%, and that's not something that you are gonna do. You have to wait for the confirmation that the market is going down, doing its retest at some point at some areas. It can be a support, it could be a resistance, a previous support, Fibonacci level, and when the market is respecting that area, you are looking for candlestick patterns, usually dojis. That means something like this when you're having a very small candle but you have some wicks to the downside or to the upside, show you rejections, and then you're buying the market. So you have to see you have to learn to see when the market's pullback is finished. That's when we're buying. And if you are selling, you want to sell at the highest price as possible. So you're waiting for the market to go up, do its pullback, then you're looking for sells. So you want to sell as high as possible because you want to have a good price, and then you are buying as low as possible because you want to have a good price. We are looking at the higher time frames also. We're not making any higher highs right now. The market has been going sideways. If you're going down to the lower time frames at the 4-hour, you can actually see. I want to see if the market will break this 48483 price level, and if it breaks that, I wanted to retest it at around the same area for me to be able to buy the market, because as I told you, you have to buy as low as possible. So what we are doing is that we're waiting for the market to come back down to our favor, and then we're pressing buy, and then we'll just have to wait and see what's happening with the market. Hopefully we will be in profit. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you understand. Please ask me questions, share this video with your friends, click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we're gonna go through Ethereum and Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies every single day. Thank you. My name is Natalie. Have a good day.